What's going on? I want to talk to you about how we helped a Taziki's franchise see marketing success in just a few weeks. Yes, this is early returns, but this is exciting stuff from a marketing standpoint, especially if you're a restaurant owner that has depended on hope and pray your entire career. I hope my customers remember me. I hope my customers had a great experience, and I pray that they come back and spend money. So I'm going to walk you through the three keys to restaurant marketing success, the three keys that you need to be focused on every time you build a marketing campaign. The overarching theme of everything you do, especially in 2020 moving forward, is you must be in your customers' hands every week. I want you to do yourself a favor. I think you all know this, but just do it as a practice. Next time you're in your restaurant, I want you to look and see why people are being delayed from ordering, why they're being delayed from taking that first drink of their drink, why they're being delayed from eating their sandwich, their euro, whatever it is when they get it. It's the device in their hand. What are they taking pictures of? Who are they talking to? Who are they texting? When you're at a stoplight next time, look to your left, look to your right, look in front of you, look behind you. Are you getting honked at because you're on your phone? People are on their devices all the time. You, me, everybody, your customers, via email, via text, via messenger, via advertising, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the internet. You can be in front of your customers every week. That's what you have to build your marketing strategy around. Now, I'm going to give you the three keys to restaurant marketing success that we've been using since around 2010 when we got our first restaurant client. And now we're using it with hundreds of restaurants all over the country and some in Japan, the UK, and Australia. Number one, marketing awareness. You must gain the proper marketing awareness. But the key to that, and this is where most businesses stop, they never go deeper. They put a marketing ad out there, the radio, a TV commercial, a direct mail piece, a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, a YouTube video. And it's awareness. You must get to the next step, which is customer data. You must leverage that awareness to get customer data. And then you must use that customer data to drive trackable sales. I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Are you interested to see how for $200 in 18 days we had success and what the results were? Let's dig into it. Okay, so here is their ad. And here's what you've got to think about. Step one, as I mentioned, was marketing awareness. But what I want you to think about is how do you take awareness to engagement? I want you to picture you got a TV commercial running on the Super Bowl and a husband and wife on their sofa. How do you get the wife to turn to the husband and say, oh my gosh, I have to have that? That's engagement. The great thing about digital marketing is the ability to track that engagement. So here you go. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe. We took one post, one ad over the course of 18 days, and you can see the very bottom of the screen, we reached 11,471 people. We got in front of them 22,000 times, so a couple of them saw it more than once. 597 engaged. We spent $205.30. That's what we were trying to do, was how do we not only get impressions, but how do we get those 597 to do something different? Click a link, comment, share. When we do that, that allows us to do what's next, what everybody misses, and that is build up a database of the people who love you, people who have visited you, people that want to visit you, people that want to raise their hand. For this Taziki's restaurant, 596 people, you see at the very top, opted into their customer database, of which 458 gave us an email and phone number, and 389 of them also gave us a birthday. So now this customer, this Taziki's franchisee, took that advertising on the front end and used it to leverage a database. Because as I mentioned earlier, hope and pray typically is around because you don't know who the people are. The people who walk in your restaurant and have a great experience, you don't know who they are, so you can't invite them back, so you pray that they come back the next time. So now the next step, we know who the customer are. Look at this, the customer breakdown. One of the key things we find out from people in the beginning when they opt in, when they say, hey, Taziki's franchise, here's my name, here's my phone number, here's my email. We ask them before that, have you been to the restaurant before? We find out from them if they are new, if they are a frequent customer, or if they are a customer who used to come and now we have an opportunity to get them back. Look at the numbers. 72% of people that were reached in 18 days had never been to this place. 11% are frequent, and 15, almost 16% are lost customers. Okay, now what? Well, as my accountant always tells me, there's no use in having a profit loss if you don't look at it. Well, the problem with most restaurants is you do not have a marketing profit and loss. We do. This is the front end sales for this customer. Step number 3 is drive trackable sales. Why? Number 1, you want to know that what you're doing on the front end, that awareness step, is working. If you're reaching people to build a database and those people don't physically walk in your restaurant, who cares? You need to know that it's working. But number 2, you also want to know that you've got some front end sales to recoup part of your ad spend. And so you can see here, this is the dashboard that shows the sales. This is what happened with that $200 or so. By the time I took this screenshot, we'd spent about, I think, $13, $14 more on ads. So you can see it with the 218 on the spend. That's why there's a little difference there from the prior slide. But I want you to look at this. 596 opt-ins, 53 people that walked in and spent $1,000, average check of $19.54. That is on the front end in 18 days, that's already almost a 5-to-1 return on the money they spent on the front end, just on the sales. And if you looked at what I just showed you, that's one of 3 things we did. We advertised, we built the database, we drove sales. So take that $218 divided by 3. $70 was really what was dedicated to this part of it to get 1,000. But the key element is 8.4% of the people. And you saw, if we go back a slide, 72% of these people are new. 8.4% within 18 days have physically walked into the restaurant after seeing a Facebook or Instagram ad and given us their information. That, my friends, is what $200 can do. But you want to know what comes next? Why do we do steps 1, 2, and 3? Steps 1, 2, and 3 are part of a bigger picture. I have another webinar that I'm going to be doing in the future that talks about steps 4 and 5. Because the long-term goal of all this isn't 1, 2, and 3. That's the front end. The long-term goal is step 4 and 5, which is long-term nurture, which is having conversations with your restaurant customers over the next 6 months, 18 months, 24 months, 36 months. Just to give you a quick peek into that, if 8.4% of the people in 18 days have already walked in the restaurant, I always tell restaurants, it's my job to get you a person to walk in, to raise their hand and walk in. It's your job to give them great food, great service, and great atmosphere. Most of you do that. And if you do that, they'll come back. But they'll come back more often when you stop hoping and praying and when you aim and expect. And what I mean by that is that if we can get this 8.4% back 6 times a year, that's $5,800 in sales off of a $200 advertising spend, because we're going to reach out to them via email, text, and retargeting campaigns in a manner that relates to them. So as I said before, what have you done with $200 in 18 days? What we just did in this quick early success with this Taziki's franchise, 22,000 impressions on their ads, which led to 597 engagements, which built a database of 596 people, of which 8.4% walked in and spent $1,000 in a few weeks. Hope and pray, eliminate it. Aim and expect is what I want you to think about. I want you to be able to aim at the customers that you want to come to your restaurant and expect them to visit. Hoping is hoping that people remember you. Aiming is knowing they will because you got their information. You're going right after them. Praying is saying, man, I hope Matt Platt comes back to my restaurant. Expecting is saying, based on my data, 8% are going to come back within a couple of weeks. That's the goal. That's what I want you to think about. If you're a Taziki's restaurant owner or any restaurant owner, honestly, because we have this working with hundreds of restaurants all over the United States. This was a Taziki's franchise that we work with. If you want to find out more about this is my cell phone. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. Matt@mattplapp.com is my email. My cell phone is 859-743-2408. But if you want to talk to my team, myself, go.restaurantmarketingthatworks.com. Go.restaurantmarketingthatworks.com. You can go there and you can schedule a time to talk to one of us about how we did this for this restaurant and how this would look for your restaurant, whether you're a Taziki's franchise or one of the many other brands we work with, from fast food to fast casual to fine dining, all over the United States. I'm Matt Platt. That is how you eliminate hope and pray. And that is how you create aim and expect. I'll see you later.